Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I'm pleased you could join me, and we're here for part 2 of the 6th episode of Take 3 Envelopes, where we're making our Christmas inserts for our TN style cover. It's not really a TN, but it sort of is for me. I use it every year at Christmas. And a little fun fact, that is how I got into junk journaling, because I made that and was making inserts. I'd seen someone that I was writing to bullet journaling, and I've always had a planner and everything. That's me. I make a list for everything. I make a list for what lists I've got to make, and so I found that kind of community first, and there was people doing their bullet journals and different planners and whatnot, or people buying planners, happy planners and all sorts of ones. And then I stumbled across Tracy Fox making a traveller's notebook style like inserts, and that's how I got into junk journaling. Anyway, what I'm going to do today, or we're going to do, is do our insides, put our pages in and stuff like that, and a little bit of decoration as well. And I decided to do it with envelopes for the first time this year. I'll have other inserts in there that are just normal, but I thought the envelopes, the pockets are really good for all my receipts and that, because let's face it, you have a lot of receipts. So I've got some bits of coffee dyed paper that we'll cut to size, and you'll notice I've not given you any measurements because my envelopes might not be the same size as your envelopes, you know, or what you want to do. But I've got yeah, some bits of coffee dyed paper to cut, and also I've got bits like this, right, and this is wicked. It's from Big Book of Christmas Decorations. Now I've got this given to me, and it's all different Christmas decorations, and there's like the dotted lines of where you cut out, but I think how lovely is that, and it fits perfect folded in half into my envelope book, and the lines on the things I can write down. That's perfect for like my food shopping list and that, having them lines. So because look, in a normal year I just scribble things down and then I cross them out as I go along and that, because this gets thrown away at the end. But I'll keep the one with the food in until the following year. I keep it for like another 10 months. And then I make me a new one, and then it can be thrown away. But yeah, the ones that are like paper chains, I'm not going to have them made up. There's loads of them, so the kids will be able to make ones if they want to. The angels are wicked. But yeah, there's some pages, and like they'll have the cut out bit just in one corner. Because like you fold it and then cut it out, like if you're doing snowflakes or whatnot. And so with them, I've took a couple of pages of them out, because on the bit where it's got that bit, I'll have something covering that, and I shall show you what in a sec. But first, I've cut my pages, and I'm going to show you with this one, just lined it up and gone a little bit in, and then I cut roughly that much off. So it's not got to be like all fancy and that. As long as it fits in the book, it's fine. And then what I do, I cut these dinks out of my pages with my envelope punch board. You don't have to do that, and well, if you ain't got an envelope punch board you won't be able to do that, but it really don't matter. It's just the way I do it. I suppose you could cut a little dink out if you wanted it. I just think it fits nicer with the elastic, and it holds it really nice and firm in place. It doesn't move about at all, and it's fine. So I just do that with my pages, just lining up the middle right in the centre of the punch, and then right, we can put all our pages together. And because I have a few inserts, you haven't got to make these super thick or with loads of pages, because you can have different inserts for different categories that you need it for. Or if you're not a huge list maker, you might just have the one where you've got your list of who you've got to buy for, or your Christmas shopping, like your food shopping, whatever, you know. But I just thought, with doing it with the envelopes, are really good for my Christmas present lists. So I've got some pages I've already cut out, and what was I thinking? What do I want first? Right, yeah, I wanted a page like that first, because as well I thought this is handy with Christmas cards, because look, at the front of this one with my cards, I've got the list of the people, and then if I've made it, and then if I've sent it. But that didn't end up happening last year because we was moving, weren't we, and I had to pack up my house before, because we knew it could be any time. So my craft room was getting packed up and that, and so I didn't end up making any cards, so that was written out for nothing really. But on a normal year, that will be handy. So I've got that one, and then this one, there's, I don't know where you can see with the light, there's the markings there where it would be cut out, but that's going to have something over it, because that's the start of where I do my gifts lists, and I've got to list all the family and that. And then I thought, here, by the time I get to here, I can start with like the food and that, and so that's how I'm going to have it. And so what's that, how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That seems a lot. Normally I only have about 5. I'll take 2 out, and then I've got 6 pages. That's plenty, because like I said, it's not the only insert I've got, and we don't want it too fat. So I'll have these for the other insert I've got to make, and I've already got my bit of thing ready. And you see, normally that's just what I use, just a bit of card, and I'll sew in my bits. I haven't sorted out these pages yet, but that's all I do. If you want it simplified, and then I'll show you, I'll make my pockets and that, or labels for different sections out of Christmas cards, recycled Christmas cards. Right, so that is in place. I need some paper clips, and I'll just grab them. Right, we've got some paper clips. I don't need that many. Right. So, I just want to say thank you for being so amazing and wonderful. I really do have the best subscribers on earth. I'm so grateful to you guys. You really are amazing. I came back with part 1. If you haven't seen part 1, go and watch it, because none of this is going to make any sense to you. But yeah, I came back from a little break due to upsetting situations in my little life, And you guys have just been fantastic. I apologise again to those of you that were messaging me, and I just shut myself off. It was the worst possible thing I could have done for me mentally, but you don't think rationally when you're going through a lot of turmoil emotionally. And yeah, I just want to say I love yous, and I'm so grateful to yous, I really am. All your kind words and wishes and prayers, oh, it's appreciated so much. I'm going to get emotional, so I'm going to stop. I don't want to do that. We're only at the beginning, and I'll be crying all over me free envelope booklet. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to sew in our signature. Okay, so right, I'll do it how I would traditionally do it, because for those of you that don't make journals yourself or haven't, and you can see how easy this is, but where it's just the one signature, I wouldn't normally bother even marking it. But right, we're going to make a hole there, and we're going to come down, and we're going to do it on there, and we're going to come in about there. You can measure and that, and like be more precise, but if you're doing multiple signatures, measure all the way, you know. Measure, use graph paper, that's what I use, graph paper, and like I'll make a template for how big the spine is, and then I measure up to that with another bit of graph paper to make sure I've got my holes in the right place, and I'll use that on each one, and I'll clip it in, making sure it's flush with the top so that they're all in the right place. But when it's one signature, you don't have to mark it really, and all I'm going to do is push me all through the dot and out the other side, hoping that, yeah, they are coming out of the spine. Right, so I've got the longest bit of thread in the world, right, because I'm notoriously bad at threading needles, so I like to keep one with a really, really long, ridiculously long amount of thread on, because that cuts down how many times I'm going to have to ever thread all needles, because I hate it. Right, so normally when I'm doing a book with multiple signatures, I'll go from the outside in, and then we have nice neat in the book, no threads and that, and they're covered, the knots are all on the outside, I cover that with fabric. But with a little one like this, especially these Christmas ones, I like to do it the other way round and go from the inside out, and then I end up back inside at the end. So I've gone out of the middle and I'm coming back in at the bottom, and I'm sure most of you know how to do this, but I'm just saying, just in case anyone is watching. And then so I've come in at the bottom, I'm now going out at the top. So there we come, out there, and then I'm going back in the middle in the same hole. And yeah, like I said, this is ridiculously long amount of thread. Normally you need about, I'd say measure your book and then half again, and that's all, that's plenty for me. But what's it called, I keep these long bits on, just like I said, just for me not having to thread the thread. Right, the reason I've pulled that out a bit further so it's long down here is because I want to hang charms on. So I've got one bit either side of the thread, and we're going to get it nice and taut so it's a bit like a guitar string. And the reason, I know this thread looks ridiculously thick as well, I should have used embroidery thread on here, since it's Christmas one. I've got gold embroidery thread and red and green, why didn't I use those? But anyway, I've used this white now. I need a pair of scissors. And yeah, I've left these really long because I want to put my Christmas charms. And then I've still got a nice long bit of thread if I need to sew anything else. I've got a little one here threaded. They're on my magnetic notice board next to me because, yeah, like I said, terrible. Absolutely terrible at threading. So yeah, I get it done, but it's long and laborious. Right, so got a little frog. Bless his heart, Jamie bought me a couple of little things in the last couple of weeks to cheer me up while he's been out and about. He bought me this little one, I really like it, and I've got some charms in there, like some Halloweeny charms I've sorted out. But I didn't end up making anything Halloweeny, but that's where they are for next year. Although I might put them in something else, because it's a bit of a waste all year sitting on there till next year, and when I could be... It's going to be out on the desk. It's got to have stuff in it that I'm using regular. But yeah, this little one, I've just put some Christmas charms in here so I'd know where they was. And I think I might have a little bell. Yeah, it still jingles. What else we got? This is so cute, isn't it? It's got a little magnet keeping him shut. And yeah, I just thought it was so adorable. Christmas tree there. We've got a couple of snowflakes. So, oh look, I've got a little gingerbread man, and I've used gingerbread ribbon. So that's got to be the one, isn't it? I've got 2 bells out. I don't need 2. Right. And yeah, so I left the thread a bit long to tie on my charms, like a lot of people do. And yeah, I don't normally do this, but I'm doing my Christmas ones for some weird reason. But yeah, I just think it's cute, and it's just, yeah, nice little thing. And I know this thread looks really, really thick, but the beauty of the wax linen thread is that once you've cut it and smushed it together, that wax is holding it. That ain't going to come undone ever. I don't think. I think it will last a lifetime, because yeah, they always do. When I'm about to throw these away, you see that's got the strings on there. I cut off the charms earlier because it's time to throw it away now. So I'm not throwing the charms away. So yeah, that I cut them off and recycle them. And I've got another bit of recycling to show you as well. I'm struggling to tie a knot today. Right, look through there. Is that long enough? Yeah. Yeah, so I've got another bit of recycling, which is really quite funny. I'm not sure if it's the 3rd year or the 4th. I think it's the 3rd year running. Yeah, I think. Right, I'll just smush that together. Get rid of those. And right, there we are, all in place. Nice neat stitching. Obviously that's got to come out and hold in like that. It's not too thick. And then now we can decorate our pages, and I can show you what I mean about recycling. Right, like I said, this one with the columns that's supposed to be for making them chains, link chain things, Christmas chains. I'll probably put my Christmas cards in here. So here is where I want the start of making all my lists of the presents for the kids and the grandkids and Jamie and everybody, my mum, nieces and nephews. And this was from a Christmas card that was sent to me 3, maybe 4 years ago, and I loved it, so I kept it, like I always do with Christmas cards, because I use them for a few different things. And as you can see, this one's got quite a few glue marks on the back, because every year, for the last 3 years, so it might have been sent to me, yeah, it must have been 4 years ago, because for the last 3 years, when I've made my organiser for Christmas, this was wider, it was like a box, a proper square box, and so I trimmed it down, and every year I have it as the start of the section where I'm going to be writing the presents down. So only me knows that, the kids don't know that, and so I have various different books for different things. But yeah, this is the one where the gifts are going to be in. So I'll glue it, and obviously, as you know, this glue is really good glue, so I don't want to put tons of glue on because I want to be able to peel it off next year. But that's proper recycling, isn't it? Every year I've used this. This is going to be the third or the fourth time that this has been stuck into a book, which is brilliant, I think. And yeah, so that means I know I don't have to write presents and that. I know that is where I have my presents going to be. And so then all these pages I don't need pockets on because I'm going to be writing on them. This is where I'll have my food list and everything. And this book, really, I probably don't need any pockets because I've got these. So my other sort of like Christmas cards like this, and I love this little house. This was used last year as well, but I had that as a tuck spot. I'll use that in this one when I get it put together as like a tuck there for like, I don't know, more receipts or whatnot, and or little notes to myself that I often write, and so that will be for that. So I'll just pop those to one side. What I do have, and I will put these before Christmas up on my coffee website, on my coffee page rather, my blog, in the freebies section, because this is what I was talking about in my previous video about my planner, and I've made this one and just like, it's not difficult, it's I just put a bit of Christmassy stuff around this time schedule, and the times are 15-minute sections, increments, is that the word? Yeah, I think it is. From 6 AM up until 9:45 at night. Now at 9:45 at night I ain't doing nothing, like my organisation day stops about there. Or maybe later on Christmas Eve, yeah, because I'm still preparing up until I go to bed. So I've got different things I'm doing throughout the day. And then on Christmas Day, I'll be doing more stuff, and I've got all of these different bits where I'm putting in the turkey, putting in the potatoes, got to put the carrots in, all those different things. So it's a finely tuned machine. And then after Christmas dinner, that is it. I'm not doing nothing else. There'll be schedules for people to put nighttime food in and that, but that's other people in my family putting them in. After I've done that Christmas dinner, that's it. Me feet up, and yeah, someone else has got to take the reins by then. But I still have it all planned out. But deep breath. I went like that. I didn't take a breath. I don't have these sewn in, right? So I could shrink them down and have it sewn in, but the reason I don't like to is because I can just prop them up or blue tack them onto the wall in the kitchen, and nothing else ain't getting damaged with bits of gravy or turkey fat or whatnot splattered onto it. That's not happening because this is away. And yes, so I just have these that I get out on Christmas Eve. Well, I do beforehand, I do my planning in the week running up to Christmas, because by then all my presents are bought and everything like that. And so then I'll sit down and I will work backwards from what time we want dinner, of working backwards of what time everything's going to go in, and how I'm going to prepare as much as I can prepare on Christmas Eve. So that's what I do. And yeah, until then, these just sit in a pocket, and that's if they're going to fit in this pocket. If not, I'll slip them in to another one. Will they fit in there? Yes, perfectly. That's it. I'm going to tuck the other one in there as well. Right, so I'm done with them until Christmas week, and then I'll pop them out. That's it. Yeah, I just had to give that one a bit of an extra wiggle. I'll pop them out Christmas week and fill it all in. Or if I've got a slow day or night beforehand, I might plan it earlier. But yeah, they'll just stay in there and then won't see the light of day now until it's time to sort it all out. And then what I like to do in this book, where I will be doing a lot of writing, just to shush it up a bit, I just put the odd little sticker. They'll know they're childish and that I'm a big baby, but I love to do that. And so I just jot about the odd sticker just to Christmas it up a bit, like it couldn't be any more Christmassy. What should we have? We'll have him sitting on with that ball. Where's he going? He can go up there. And oh, I've got all sorts of different ones. I let the kids go mad with them as well. I don't care. I just think it's fun to be a big kid at Christmas. Where's me penguin? Here we are. I have a penguin or two as well, because they're so cute. Look, he's got little earmuffs on. And we can have, who should we have? Oh, look at him with his little mate standing on his head. That's so funny. Oh, I love it. Right, and then this one's pretty much done. I've just got to sit and write down now everything that I've already bought, and as well what I intend to buy, and then I tick it off as I go along, and I write down how much I've spent on each person so that I don't lose track, and it just organises my life. One more thing I do want to do, just because I fancy it, I fancy having a wax seal. I might have it up here, and I've only got one Christmassy one. I bought it last week and it's come already. It didn't come with handle, but all of my others all came with handles. So if anyone needs an handle, just let me know. I'll send you one in the post, because I've got I've got a ton of them. So we want to light this candle. And oh, it's a lovely scented one as well. If I can find what I did with the lighter. Right, I've got a lighter. Right, and I haven't even sorted out a colour yet, have I? I think a nice gold would stand out nicely. I was thinking red, but I don't think it stand out as well as, oh yes it will, I know. We will have red, and then I'll get a bit of gilder's wax and we'll go over the reindeer with gold gilder's wax. I think that might look nice. Do need to order some more of these, so I've got a bit more variety. But yeah, I ordered 2 Christmas ones. Can't remember what the other one is, but this one has got a reindeer on, and I think that looks quite cute. And so I'm itching to see what it will come out like. So right, that way up is our thing. So yeah, I'll just double check in, and while that's melting I'll grab out the gilder's wax. Right, that's silver. Oh, I can see it. There we are, lovely gold gilder's wax. And oh, I always do get a bit scared as I'm about to do it, because it can go wrong. I'm not the best at doing this. But, is that nice and melty? Yeah, right. That's going to be enough. Just pop that on like that. Put that in there. Clean it as quick as you possibly can, but make sure you've really wadded up your what's it called, wet wipe, because otherwise you'll burn your little fingers, and I wouldn't want you to do that. Right, but yeah, it's really the easiest way to clean them is straight away, as soon. Right. Oh, it's come out quite nice. Right. Now, I just want the tiniest little bit of wax, just to go, or paste, whatever you would like to call it. Oops, right. Oh, I do apologise, that was my phone. Right, there we are. I've got a little bit on there, but that don't matter at all. And the rest is on the finger. I could go round, but I don't think I need to. And I'm really happy with how that's turned out. So yeah, I haven't done a ton, but before Christmas I will put those timetables up on my coffee freebies gallery, because all you have to do is click on the image and yeah, save it to your own computer, because if there's one thing I can recommend to a stress-free Christmas, it's having it worked out so that everything comes together at exactly the same time, because it never fails, and I've never had complaints on my Christmas dinner, and I've been doing them now for God knows how many years, 30 odd years now, 30 years, and yeah, hang on, how old am I? I'm going to be 50. So yeah, 28 years, 30 years I've been doing Christmas dinners, and yeah, having them timetables, just, I was doing it like that before I even had a computer, because my nan taught me how to do Christmas dinners, and that's how she taught me to do it, planning, and she was a cook for a living. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for all your wonderful, wonderful comments. I'll show you this later on when it's all getting filled up and everything, of how useful I find them. Oh, let me grab me thing, my cover. I love this cover. I made it out of a cushion cover that I cut in half, and I used half to make a journal with, and this half to make this cover with, and I love it. And this is just the grey board that I use for hardback journal covers. This is just a bit of that I inked around and stuck my sheet music to, and then stamped on it, because oh, and that's an old Christmas decoration, so is that. And I made this Christmas decoration with Lily when she was a little girl. She's 10 this year, and I made it with her when she was about 3 or 4. And the reason it's in here now and not on my tree is because the year after that was on the tree, I decorated and changed all my colour scheme and all my furniture, and so because I'd done that, I changed my Christmas tree and all my decorations to like silver ones and purple ones and that, and so I thought, I can't let that be given away or anything, like, because I gave all my other decorations away. and I saved these, and that on the front, that hung on my tree, and that hangs out there. I just saved them as so that I could use them in things like this as little memories. But yeah, that fits in nicely like that. The other one will fit behind in this one. And I've got a little snowflake and a little treble clef hanging there. And then they fit in there like that. I normally pop that in between them so that that's hanging out. And it's so handy to have a nice hard board to write on, especially if you're like me, and when it gets to like through November and that, I'm carrying this around all the time because I'm always buying or having to make another note of what I've picked up, what pickles I've got. All sorts of ridiculousness. What's in my freezer? It just gets crazy. So I carry this around all the time. And like I said in yesterday's video, this elastic allows you to go under and have 2 more inserts there and there, or through there and do it like that. And I'll probably end up making at least another 2. So that elastic is really handy. But what was the other thing? Yeah, you can do it with your December daily as well. You can have your one that's like your practical one for your lists and that, or a couple of them for your lists, and then have a December daily a bit like this, which is what I'm going to try and do this year, because I keep saying it year in, year out, and then I don't end up doing it. Why's that going around there one bit? Oh, that's it. Yeah, I keep saying I'm going to do one, and every year I don't end up doing one for one reason or another. You know, last year I really had my heart set on it, and then we was moving the day before Christmas and that, but I knew that in the month or 2 coming up to it, we was packing, and it just wasn't possible for me. So fingers crossed, I really hope that I'll do December daily this year. If not, I'll try and do as many bits as I can in December. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and yeah, you'll be seeing me filling this up, and hopefully, fingers crossed, come December, doing a December daily in here as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Thanks for watching, my darlings. Thank you all for your wonderful comments and your love and kindness and everything. You mean the absolute world to me. I'll be back with something else very soon. Love yous. Bye for now. Bye.